All right, the state of public emergency in sections of the corporate area has been extended for 3 months, I'm told, to January 7. Now, remember September 23, I think it was, Prime Minister Holness announced the state of public emergency in several communities within the Kingston Western, Kingston Central, and the St. Andrews South police divisions. That was scheduled to end on Sunday, but as we said, it goes on till January 7. Wow. You know, I said this when I heard about the state of emergency, that if it's going to help, because we really have too much crime, too many murders, I have no issue with that at all. And if they want to stop me at every single corner in the country, as long as it will help, then I'm willing. So if this is going to help to reduce crime, then fantastic. You know, it's not an issue that I have, but I suspect that the folks in those communities, like say the bars, who would normally open until maybe 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and they earn some money, they now have to close at 7 or 8 or 9, and that's hurting them. I saw a picture, I think it was in one of the newspapers, of an empty establishment. I think just one person was in there. And the suggestion was, if it was not the state of emergency, then they would be making lots of money.
But you see, I think what people don't understand is that we don't live in a vacuum.
Yeah.
And everything that happens, anything that one person does, it's a rippling effect. It's going to affect you. And when there is war, there must be a casualties of war. It always happens. History repeats itself. So I think we have to understand that if we don't call out the citizens who are creating havoc in our communities, then we're going to continue to be the victims and casualties of the war. When I was in Norwood, St. James, and I was doing a project with one of my young mentees, Sir J. Boswell, and I drove through the community, and every corner, I was so lost when trying to find where I go. And every corner I stopped to get directions, I saw the soldiers on the front line. And I'm saying to myself, boy, this is it just felt wrong, but it does bring peace to certain people's minds. And when I was in Trenchtown and Tivoli on the weekend and driving through and walking through the community, and I stopped and I'm talking to the soldiers and the citizens, and I realized it's important. It is very important to have them there sometimes.
Yeah.
But
it's tough for them also.
it is tough. It must be horrible living in
I was going to Montego Bay because
situations.
we did football on Monday, and you know, they stop you. Well, they really didn't stop you, but you rolled out the window. And there's this young soldier. I mean, he looked like my grandson. And I couldn't help it. And I said, forgive me. I said, how old are you? And he says, 20 years old. I mean, this is a child. And he's one of them who's doing his very best to keep the peace and to ensure that we live a good life. It is so hugely important.
It is.
So again, they moved on.
And you know, I wish I had a moment to show you this amazing. She's so pretty, but this is one of the few females I see when I travel through the communities. One of the soldiers. Hold it up, okay, your hand pretty.
No, my hand not pretty. My hand just steady.
Look at her. She has the most beautiful Sudanese textured toned skin.
Sudanese.
Don't look at my face, you know. I'm actually talking. I'm going through the communities. I'm getting a feel of what it's like. That's me, yes.
Oh, you're ugly, man.
I know. But this is the lady
here.
Right here. It's hard to see, but she's gorgeous. Well, one of the very few females I see on the ground. So I want to big up the females in the JDF.
Yeah.
All right. Now, moving on. This is really a sad topic, hot off the press, about the young man who drowned to death in Maypen. You've been hearing it.
Drowned to death?
Well, he drowned, sorry, you're right. The drowning death,
Jamaica people
I should say.
The
drowning death of Dajon, or Dajone, in Clarendon. The Maypen police said at around 3 p.m., Dajone, was on his way home from school with his 13-year-old cousin when they reportedly attempted to cross a flooded channel, and they were swept away by the water. We want to send condolences to his family. You know, having a 6-year-old, I totally feel your pain. Loving our children, we feel your pain. Grandmother, mother, cousins. Boy, it really is a sad situation.
It's an incredibly sad situation. But if there's anything to be learned from this, stay away from those gullies. Yeah. You know, there was on another occasion, there was this lady driver who came across, I think they call it a fording. There's no water there. They told her not to cross. She hits the middle and the water came.
Oh, gosh.
and that was that, the water coming from uptown, but when she got there, the water hadn't reached there yet.
Yeah.
But the community, because they knew what was going on, they told her not to go across, but obviously she didn't see any water and she thought she could make it. As soon as she got in, the water hit the car and
the
she
same
was
with
gone.
this young man and this baby and his cousin. They decided to cross the flooded channel, and we need to have an education about children on their way home when there's rain and flooded waters, and how do they navigate the streams. We need to talk about that.
And then the things that come down, I mean, I see cars, I see a car. How the car reach in the gully? I mean, a old car, you know. I don't mean a car that was washed in the gully. Yeah, fridge, all kind of things. So people just throw them in the gully. And then when we clog up everything, we say, well, government this and government that. But is we throw it inside there? You know?
Please, start to take responsibility.
Anyway, again, as Empress said, condolences to the family. Gosh, you know, one time I'd say I know how you feel, but I have no idea how you would feel to lose a 6-year-old child. Absolutely crazy. Helicopter jailbreak gangster arrested in France. So apparently, you have some highfalutin jailbreak. A helicopter come for the boss. But now them catch him and him gone straight back.
But guess what? He was inspired by Hollywood flicks, all right? That's what I'm trying to tell you, the power of media, all right? This young man as a child saw this on television, right? And decided that he was going to attempt it himself, and he was successful. Al Pacino Scarface, to be exact, is the flick he was watching as a child. And
that's it right here?
Yeah.
That is the gangster?
Look so.
And the boys look so clean, and
listen, gangsters don't come with a certain
that is
look.
The gangster?
Is that him? Yeah. Anyway, yes, and so just so you know, he escaped from the jail in a helicopter. He was serving a 25-year term over a botched 27 heist in which a policewoman was killed. He said the death was accidental, but he has been serving 25 years.
All right.
It's a 25-year term. So anyway,
let's move on.
Can I just tell you, 2 men posing as flight students are the ones that came down, you know.
Yeah, well, them shall lock them up, so.
And then held the helicopter pilot at gunpoint, you know. No, this is serious, you know. This is a real movie. This man watched too many movies.
We watched the rest of the movie from jail, so that's all right.
At 12 years old, impressionable young men. So the power of media. This is the point you want you take home. Careful what your children watch and the games they play. And remember that the only show your children should be watching, especially as teenagers, is Talk Up Youth. Wednesday, 6 o'clock on TVJ.
All right. I want to say hi to some folks in Montego Bay at Hotel Deja. It's an all-inclusive hotel on the Strip. So good morning to Kimberly, Crystal, Nichelle, Carla, hey Carla, Kelisha, Delia, Shalon, and Shania. Hope I remember. Well, this is when I write it down and give me.
So you stayed there the other day, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope I remember, but it's them write it down, so I have nothing to remember.
You stayed there the other day.
Yeah, police?
Well, obviously, how you know so much people in the hotel?
Suppose I just meet them. Happy birthday to Dondre. Comes from your dad, Kemar Flemings, and your mom, Chantal, and the family. Here's Dondre. They say they love you, Dondre. Nice to get you there. Come to soldier, man. I know that steady. I can't hold up my hand for so long, soldier. Soldier? Look how my hand steady. Look how my hand not moving at all. Isn't that just brilliant?
Trinity. Yes, Rasta youth. I see him.
Happy birthday also to Tyreek Wheatley. Tyreek's birthday was yesterday. He was 16 years old yesterday. Here's Tyreek. Hold on time. I can see if I can big you up on TV. Here you go. There's Tyreek.
Is it Tyreek?
It's Tyreek here. No, man, it's
how do you know so many
steady.
people?
Look how man steady. And happy birthday to Malik Mills. Malik was 9 years old yesterday. He goes to Wolmer's Prep. And greetings coming from your mom, Renee, and your dad, Marlon, and your grandma, P.
Happy birthday, young people. Happy birthday to all the children, especially those in children's homes and state care, all of the abandoned children who just don't feel love. Wake up, smile, look in the mirror, hug yourself, love yourself, and know that you can, you will, and you must survive and live your best life. Happy birthday. God doesn't make junk, so we're glad you're born. Live it, love it, and be blessed today. On behalf of Auntie Empress and Uncle.